Destiny Rise of Iron, the newest expansion in the Destiny universe, has only been out for a day, so I'm not going to be doing a review on the expansion in this video. Probably not this week. I want to have a lot of time with it. I've been playing it a lot ever since it came out, but I think even though the story's not very long and the content is smaller than Taken King, we haven't even experienced the raid yet, or even the Nightfall or any of that type of content. So I want to just take some time playing the game, and then I'll probably formulate a more concise review in a later video down the road. But this video is more focused on mini series start maybe, or not a series, or it could be a series, or I'll do one video and forget to do the others, or maybe I'll do them all. We'll see. Hope you tune in. But anyway, this video is something that I want to call like bringing the old into the new, something like that, where there's a few guns that are in Year 3, Destiny's Rise of Iron expansion, that are actually Year 1 weapons. A few that come to mind: Galley, obviously, those are all over the commercials. Thorn is also making its way back as a Year 3 weapon with the new light level. And then the Khovostov, everyone has a different way to pronounce this gun. I looked it up on Google. I think it's Khovostov. That's a new exotic that is coming in as a Year 3 weapon. But the really, really cool thing about this gun is this is the very first weapon that you receive as a brand new Guardian when you're starting to play the game. And it was a white weapon. It was the uncommon weapon that is now an exotic. And you actually get that exotic weapon through a series of quests when you start playing the game. And you collect weapon parts, you collect pages for the manual to create the Khovostov, and you actually go through this really long battle quest that is actually a real lot of fun. It ties into your Ghost and your relationship. I think Destiny's trying to do kind of a Cortana, Master Chief type of relationship now, starting with your Ghost and Nolan Bot. But I'm not going to do a walkthrough of how to get the weapon, because YouTube is saturated with videos on guides already on Reddit. And just if you want to know how to do the quest, just Google Khovostov unlock quest and you'll find a ton of videos. It's not the purpose of this. What I want to talk about is particularly how the weapon feels in Year 3, how it's getting the respect that it deserves, because that was one weapon that no one really used probably past the first or second mission, but it was a cool weapon that a lot of people kept hanging on to because it was the first weapon that they ever received in Destiny. And then also is a very unique exotic weapon coming into Year 3, because the special thing about Khovostov is, one, you don't have to use any mats to upgrade. You just, for my case, have to dump in motes or just get experience in the weapon, and then everything is able to unlock. But the special thing about the unlocks is the weapon has 3 firing modes. So it's, by default, the original was an auto rifle, but you can also set it to a 3-round burst, so a pulse rifle, or a single shot scout rifle. So you can choose that when you're actually, you unlock the unlocks in the weapon by either dumping motes, like I said, into the weapon, or just, turning in bounties, getting kills with it, getting experience in the Crucible. And as you unlock the bubbles in the weapon, you'll see on the far left, you have full auto mode, 3 burst mode, or single fire mode, and then it has a multiple of other options, probably twice as many options to set in this weapon than you would normally see inside of any other primary or secondary or heavy weapon. And what is neat about this weapon is, yes, it's by default it's an auto rifle, and you can change, even for auto rifle, the fire rate, the stability, or the range. And those are basically the 3 categories that you're going to be looking at customizing a weapon for. So if, like, the first time I used it, I was on a smaller map, but I wanted to use a pulse rifle, so I set a 3-round burst, and because it was a smaller map, I actually favored stability over range, because I didn't really need that range for the pulse rifle. And then when I switched to another map, it was even smaller, so I switched to an auto rifle with high fire rate, a higher magazine, so I didn't care about the range or the stability that much. So you were having very little impact, but with that high fire rate and the high magazine, you were able to drain somebody really quickly. And stuff like that is very unique about this weapon. Through my tests, I went through and played it as a scout rifle, pulse rifle, and auto rifle. I found that the auto rifle was the most comfortable for me. I don't even run with auto rifles very often, but I did find throughout it was easier to get kills with the auto rifle. And I think that's just because it wasn't originally an auto rifle, so it favors to that. And the way I run it is, like I said, higher magazine rounds or magazine count, and then really high fire rate, so low impact. But the pulse rifle I favor stability usually with the pulse rifle, and then the scout rifle I was favoring range. And you can change actually based on the scope like normal, or any of the other perks, whether you're going to want to use higher impact or better stability. And then range is affected as well, like I said. So it's a very unique weapon. It's something that it's pretty powerful still. It's a good weapon. I saw a lot of people using it last night. It might have been because it was new, but I was using it almost primarily in Crucible yesterday trying to get it used to it. And it's just one of those weapons that you can bring into a situation and it's very versatile. It might be something that we see in the future that's more catered towards PvE because you can change it up based on experience, but I've been having a lot of fun with it in the Crucible so far. But that's basically what I want to talk about the gun. Like I said, it's a lot of fun, but the coolest thing about it is how unique it is. This is the first time we've seen something in Destiny as a weapon that is super unique in terms of how you're able to change the play style of a single weapon. Whether you want to run and gun quickly with an auto rifle, sit back in medium range with a pulse, or then even sit back even further and snipe away the scout rifle, all with the same weapon, all with just changing a couple configurations in the weapon's options. So I think that's awesome. I really like what they're doing moving forward with customizations like this, and it just shows that it's not just stale, bring in the weapon, give it a couple of cool perks, and then move on. They're actually trying to get something unique and different into the gameplay style. So what do you guys think of the weapon? Have you unlocked it yet? If you want me to make a video of how to unlock it, feel free to leave me in the comments. But like I said, YouTube is saturated with it. I didn't think that myself making another video doing the same thing as everyone else was adding good content. So let me know if that's different. But thanks for checking out this video, guys. And as always, I hope your day is beer and Skittles.